All right, and today we may get a little of that purple sunset here. Also, last few nights and a few mornings, a little smoke in our sky. Yes, wildfire is still active not only here in Montana, but across Idaho, parts of Washington, Oregon, even into Wyoming, still looking at some pretty good fires here as well. No thunderstorms here around the state, so if we were to start a fire here the next few days, it's probably one of us humans that creates the spark for this fire. Looking at the big picture, it'd be nice to get a little of this monsoon moisture up, but it's going to take a few days before we see some thunderstorm activity with some good soaking rain coming in. These storms won't be dry. And of course, we've got another storm to talk about. This is absolutely incredible here. The latest update from the National Hurricane Center on Dorian. The winds are down to 140 miles per hour, and as you can imagine here, it's stationary, meaning it is not moving. This storm first hit the Bahamas right over here yesterday morning. It has really not moved. So you're talking 24 to 36 hours of ungodly conditions out there. Winds as high, gusting as high as 220 miles per hour in the northern Bahamas. This is incredible, unprecedented damage likely, and really can't get much in the way of information or even video out of the northern Bahamas here. A lot of what you're seeing maybe on social media and some of the news networks here coming from the southern Bahamas, and some of the outer bands are now sweeping across Florida. And these could be pretty nasty because these thunderstorms here could spin up short-lived tornadoes. Yeah, to add insult to injury here. So we've got Dorian, also another disturbance moving through the western Caribbean, and I'll have to watch. This could develop into another tropical system, but there is the ominous looking storm here. Look at that eye. Notice these smaller islands here. That's where it first made landfall in the Bahamas, but it really has not moved. Now, the good news is it's stopped and it's not pushing into central Florida here. And the forecast has it moving off towards the north here very slowly. So by 2 o'clock tomorrow afternoon, winds of 125 miles per hour, and some of those outer bands are still hitting the Atlantic side of Florida, but it's the eye wall. It's only about 20 miles from the center of the storm where you get into those 130, 140 mile per hour winds. So this will likely stay more than 20 miles here offshore, but by Wednesday, 120 mile per hour winds, and now we're moving up off of the coast of Georgia. We could have a potential landfall somewhere South Carolina, North Carolina later this week, and then by Friday and Saturday, brushing southeastern New England here. So we are not through with Dorian just yet. Back here in Montana, we're not through with summer temperatures or summer wildfire conditions out there, because we've got heat that will continue here. Tomorrow, a nice sunny day. The wind will not be so bad here for tomorrow, but getting into Wednesday, we've got that fire weather watch. That's a precursor for a red flag warning. The wind increases here on Wednesday up to about 20, 25 miles per hour. So we'll have to watch the potential for new wildfires and existing wildfires growing, and then we've got some moisture beginning to slowly move in late on Thursday, more so on Friday. For tonight, the wind calms down, lows down into the 40s and the 50s here. No northern lights, a little show out there for the northern part of the state here on Saturday night, and then again last night. Here's the forecast for tomorrow. Another hot day, another low humidity day. Fortunately, not as much wind. Wednesday, red flag warning conditions potentially. Look at the heat. Buildings 98 degrees. The capital and Great Falls right around 90 degrees. Heading into Thursday, a little cooler, and here comes that moisture. And I'm liking this Friday here. Look at all of that rain moving through the state with cooler weather. That's exactly what we need. But we got to get to Friday, and we got to get to the moisture here. We got to get through the next few days of heat and high fire danger. Next week, a completely different story. Much cooler weather with rain showers, thunderstorms around, and potentially even cold enough for some high mountain snow. But that's next week, so got to get through these next few days.
All right, thanks for that, Curtis.